Hello, I'm Michael Jordan. I've been asked to endorse a lot of fine products, and I've just been asked to endorse King Television's Almost Live show. No way. No.
So then suddenly, on the bulletin boards all over the office, there's this headline, King ponders death of Almost Live. And I never quite got a straight answer about what was going on. And for whatever reason, and this was never really made clear to me why this happened, but we got a second chance to do the show more like the kind of show that would suit me, which was a pure comedy show.
So neat.
The actual idea kind of came from Bill Nye and myself when we were just the absurd notion of people in the public high-fiving for inane reasons.
Weenie Rolls! High-five white guys eat weenies!
I'm in the high-five white guys. I think personally I'm whiter than Ed. I'm the whitest person on the cast, see.
Hey, I hope you give our Grateful Dead travel tours a try. Now, we'll send you an envelope like this, and if you're interested, fill out our questionnaire. If you want to travel, but you don't have the money, just lick the yellow corner of the envelope and kick back. Later.
My parents called me up and said, how come you're always playing the stoner? And so I kind of had to say, well, maybe it's my voice or it's my look. I don't know. But it's pretty funny. I do end up getting a lot of kids and a lot of people when they see me on the street, instead of like, hey, that's the guy from Almost Live, it's kind of like, dude, you're that guy. It's kind of like, yeah, I am that guy. So hopefully the reputation isn't too bad.
Hi, kids, I'm Uncle Fran.
Another Almost Live cast member with a serious image problem is Bob Nelson.
But I will always be your friend. Hi, kids, and welcome to Uncle Fran's Musical Forest. Today we're going to talk about your dads and what big wussies they've become. Sing along if you know the words to this song. The modern day dad, he's caring and kind, but he doesn't have a spine.
It's a little tough to have kids screaming Uncle Fran at you who are like 10 years old. You're going, oh my gosh, what's the matter with these parents? Letting their kids watch this stuff. But don't put that in.
He provided a really unique new point of view, which his writing was extremely edgy, very well thought out, he would take things and just really push the edge.
They're the ineffectual middle management suck-ups.
Excuse me, I know I'm not supposed to interrupt a meeting of the ineffectual middle management suck-ups, but the north wing of the building's on fire.
Now, I think technically that would be facilities,
yes,
wouldn't it? Yeah. So you'd have to talk to Tom about that.
Well, I went to talk to Tom, but he's at the team building workshop and won't be back till Thursday.
Maybe we could fax him some information about the fire.
Fax.
Fax. Does anybody have his fax number?
The interesting thing about them is that if you got a whole bunch of these ineffectual middle management suck-ups and got them in a room together and showed them the piece, they'd think it was really funny and amusing and would have absolutely no idea that it's about them.
How long are we going to sit here?
Well, I'm just waiting for this guy to move, and then we got a really good parking space.
I'm hungry.
Okay, well, look, we're gonna park as soon as he moves.
Just get him to move the car.
Stop, what's the matter?
Hey, move that car or my boyfriend's gonna kick your ass.
What I really get the most is someone come and go, a guy will come and say, I dated you. I mean, you were my girlfriend. But the really most interesting one is when I will get women come up and say, lots of women do this. They'll come up and, I love you. I'm the worst girlfriend, And I just think, are you proud of this?
3, 2, 1. Whoa! Jesus, bro.
Bill was doing very well as the science guy, so well, in fact, that he was becoming indistinguishable from the character.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Congratulations.
Well, John, it became clear that I should leave Almost Live because you guys were asking me to do stuff that the science guy maybe wouldn't do, right?
Shoes for men. shoes for women. Shoes for men who dress like women. The new Reebok Cross-Dresser. Shoes for modern lifestyle. Life is short. Play hard. Next week on Almost Live, supermodel Paulina Porskova holds a rubber alligator.
Should I just hold him?
Yeah, just hold him.
Okay.
And now with a special message from the Ballard Driving Academy, here's Ole Torgerson.
Here at the Ballard Driving Academy, for over 35 years, we've been teaching people to drive just like they live in Ballard.
Welcome to the Ballard Driving Academy.
Thank you.
All right, now before we start, please adjust your seatbelt. Okay, good. Now check your left turn signal. Okay, now leave that on all day. Make sure that never goes off.
Okay.
All right? Everything seems to check out. Now let's go into traffic. Whoa, where's the fire?
What?
Well, how fast you going?
10.
Now bring it down to 7. So there you go. That's as fast as we go in Ballard.
Okay.
Now let me see how many cars you're holding up. 6, 7, 8. All right, 8 cars. You passed.
Cops in Kent.
Yeah, Monday is always a little bit tense around Kent because, you know, tonight is women's mud wrestling night. And everybody's a little anxious for work to end. Sometimes a little too anxious, if you know what I mean.
Car 25, we got a possible 124 at Claudia and James.
Excuse me, young lady, do you know where you are?
Kent?
That's right, and you realize you're in violation of the Kent Big Hair Ordinance? Like, all women in Kent have to have their hair teased out at least 20 inches. Oh, honey, you're way under.
Last week on Jet Guy, the early years.
I'm cutting your pay 20%, mister. And as for the rest of you, you all better work longer and you better work harder or you're all fired. Got it?
Yes, Mr. Stone.
Box of Snakes was one of mine, which actually was based on a news director at the time. The idea was that the boss is so mean that the people who work for him think it can't possibly get any worse.
Oh, my God.
What's the matter?
I've just seen the new boss.
What? Oh, no. Worse than Stone?
How much worse? Box of snakes.
Say Bob? Bob who?
No, not Bob. Box. A box of snakes.
Wait, I'm not following you here. What are you saying?
I mean, the new boss is a box of snakes.
So we started with 12 snakes, but when the snake people packed them up at the end of the shoot, there were only 11 there. And we don't know whatever happened to that last one. It's in the building someplace. I don't know.
They're the street-walking lawyers of Aurora Avenue.
There's nothing they won't do to get a case.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Now, you look like you could use a friend.
What are you charging?
Depends on what you need.
Uncontested divorce.
I can do that. For $50, I'll give you a consultation drive around the block. For $250, I'll stay up all night with you and do the paperwork.
Sounds fair to me.
Great. Hey, how about my friend here?
Hi.
Hi.
Ever wonder what it would be like with 2 lawyers?
Sure.
Why not?
Yes, they're sleazy, and they're lawyers. And NBC's got them. The street-walking lawyers of Aurora Avenue.
Things were going great on the show, and at a certain point, I became convinced that we could go national, and that we could do it from Seattle. And so I started making some inquiries, and I was amazed at how quickly we got a deal.
Almost Live, a Comedy Central discovery from Seattle.
And now, the lame list. Breast reduction surgery.
Lame! That wallows in lameness.
Jobs that start in the morning.
Lame!
Eastern European nations shifting to a free market economy.
Watch the show that Seattle's been raving about for years. Almost Live. Weeknights at 6:30 only at Comedy Central.
The national exposure really gave the careers of the Lameless guys a boost.
A couple of girls that we met when we were recording our album in Rhode Island called me and said, hey, isn't that you guys on the lame list? So yeah, and
That's
another
what they said to you?
Yeah.
They were telling me to send them some back child support or something for my 3 long-lost kids.
The most interesting thing about appearing on Comedy Central was that a German production company saw our stuff and asked if they could purchase the rights to perform our sketches on the German version of Saturday Night Live.
This is Trommer. Die Klempner. In den Hauptrollen Mirko Nonchev als Karl Kanal und Stefan Jürgens als Jochen Rohrfrei.
All right, Ron, go ahead. Ask directions.
Can I help you?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Ask. Frag nach dem Weg.
Ich schaff das nicht.
Du sollst nach dem Weg fragen.
Es geht einfach nicht.
Frag nach dem Weg.
Können Sie mir vielleicht sagen, wo hier die Autobahn ist oder wie komme ich denn?
Sehr schön, Roland. Hier ist dein Keks.